Alrighty folks, we are back with the Ninja 500 this time. Little baby beginner sport bike. It's gonna be my first time on an actual sport bike. I've been on one naked bike so far, but no sport bikes. No fully fared sport bikes, that is. So this should be a good one. I actually wasn't really even interested in riding this thing, but I sat on it and it's actually fairly comfortable. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out. Same engine that's in the Kawasaki Eliminator, of course. So, I mean, off rip, as a big chubby dude, 6'2", 280, it's very comfortable just to sit on, but the seat itself is not great. The dash looks like it gives you all the information you need. We love that. Just sitting here in neutral, it feels kind of buzzy. Yeah, man, I mean, for a sport bike, it's a pretty upright position, man. The pegs are small, though. I don't like the way these pegs feel. That is definitely a little small. Bike definitely feels like it's made for a small person, I would say. Not bad. I mean, fairly comfortable for a little boy. Setting off, it feels pretty simple to maneuver this little thing around. Can't tell you what it's like as far as the turn radius goes, but it feels nice and tight. Feeling a little bit more lean forward now that I got my feet up and we're moving, but not mad about it. Yeah, man, I mean, even as big as I am on this thing, it feels pretty comfy. I am not mad about it. For being a little lean forward, it could definitely be worse. Very easy to take off, super smooth, just like the Eliminator. Same 450. I assume the gearbox is pretty much the same, maybe just geared a little differently. Definitely needs some wider foot pegs on this thing. These pegs are definitely a little tight. Guy's plate says V-dub sucks on his V-dub. That's funny. Hit a little Ninja 500. Can we stay up? Can we stay up? Oh yeah, she's got good balance, even at no miles per hour. Plenty easy to ride for sure. Excellent beginner bike. I'm a fan of this 500 as they call it, which is obviously really just a 450cc platform. Yeah, man. The thing is great in the mid-range. I mean, it's got good power down low as well, but once you get it up to those mid-range RPMs, it feels real good. It's got plenty of power for sure. Get this little Ford fucking Ranger out of the way here. Let us get caught up with the pack. Hey man, she feels good though. First time on an actual sport bike, lean forward position. I don't feel like I'm too forward at all. Definitely something that I would want to get off of after maybe, hour or so and take a little break, but I don't feel uncomfortable on this thing at all. A little bit tighter than I would like for my big body, but somewhat to be expected on a little tiny sport bike like this. Yeah, this thing is super smooth. It's got enough power that you could grow into it and have plenty of fun after you get comfortable. Throttle got a little bit of play before it actually starts working. Don't absolutely love that, but it's not terrible. Nowhere near as much play in it as it was on that Interceptor 650 I rode. I would love some twisty roads to try this thing out on, man, because I know it would perform and it feels great. Yeah, man, I like the little Ninja. First time on a Ninja or any sport bike. I know I've said that a few times, but I like it. This is an enjoyable little entry-level bike, man. If you want specifications and stuff like that, link will be in the description with all of the bike's information. Yeah, she's got enough power to have fun with for sure. 11,000 redline. So I never rode a Ninja 400 or anything like that. Never rode a Kawasaki 400 in general. But I like the way this 450 feels. Obviously, it's just a slightly bigger version of that. Sounds just like it, feels just like it, but doesn't rev quite as high. It's definitely enough to have fun with though, for sure. Especially as a beginner to intermediate rider. You could have plenty of fun on something like this. You could buy this and just take it to the track factory, to be completely honest, if you're into that kind of thing, or just take it on some good twisty back roads. I'm sure it'll do just fine at highway speeds. It's definitely got the power for it, without a doubt. Yeah, man, just cruising around Medina, it's a comfy little bike. It's not bad at all. I mean, obviously it's a sport bike, so it's got rear sets, so my legs are right up under me. But I like having my knees bent a good bit, so, that standard riding position is for me. But this doesn't feel too far from a standard riding position. I think if I were to get something like this, I would just get some taller handlebars, some risers, maybe some flat ones so that they're more like that instead of being turned. But I mean, it's a sport bike. That's how it is. And these work. I think my my hands and wrists might actually be a little more comfortable on this than they were on the Eliminator. I think the grips are pretty much the same, but I don't know. Not mad about it though. It's a good little bike, man. This is definitely something, if I were going to be buying an entry-level sport bike, I would definitely be interested in something like this. She will absolutely get the job done. Get her leaned over a little bit through this roundabout here. Yeah, she leans over nicely. She's got no problem with that. Bike is happy to rev out for sure. Yeah, she's got plenty to get up and go, you know? Up in the mid-range and up top, she's singing, and she's happy to do it for sure. Feels plenty stable at higher speeds. Does not feel bad at all. Kind of makes me want to ride the Ninja 650 and see how that feels. Because I was loving the 650 in the Versus, but I think I'll probably take the Z650 next. Since I know how the 450 feels, I don't really need to ride a Z500 if they have a 650 available. Front brake is great. Definitely bites nicely. It's not too much. Rear brake works fine as well. Yeah, man, she gets going just fine. Kind of just floats over bumps. This road here might not look super bumpy, but it's definitely a little bumpy. And I mean, she handles it just fine. Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to be in this lean forward position for very long, but for a quick little rip, man, this thing is a good time. Clutch is extremely light. Fun little bike, man. If you're not used to it being a little taller and having to have your neck cranked up, will get to you a little bit. Yeah, she's got plenty of power at highway speeds, man. No doubt. She will get you going. Those brakes work just fine. Clutch is nice. Transmission's good. So yeah, I mean, it's got a relatively short windshield. You're definitely feeling the wind up top. Not a crazy amount of wind down low where I have the fairing in front of me, which is nice. Sure, if you got nice and tucked in, ooh yeah, good little test of those brakes. And that ABS works nicely. Come on, get me in neutral. That was a good little brake test right there though, man. And them brakes work nicely. Here's neutral. Yeah, I mean, just sitting here, obviously, I can sit upright. Once my feet are down, it's pretty comfy. Suspension is soft enough, but it's not too soft, not too stiff. The ZX4R is cool, man. I kind of want to ride that. I would maybe even say this feels more stable than the Eliminator did at highway speeds, but obviously that's kind of a naked standard and is the fully faired sport bike, so handles it about as good as it should. Yeah, when you're moving, this thing just wants to shift all the way to the next gear. It don't want to go into neutral. I know I look hilarious on this little ass bike, but I do not care because I am having fun. And that's what it's all about. Actually seems like she might have enough passing power in 6th gear. Oh yeah, in that mid-range, as long as you're up in the mid RPMs, which you're going to be at highway speed, she's got enough passing power in 6th gear. Just a little bit of throttle and she'll get going. It's an enjoyable little bike though, man. Definitely recommend it if you're looking at the Ninja 500 for a first bike, or even just a second bike in the low CC category. This thing is fun for sure. I could see myself having something like this just to take out on quick rips. I would most likely just go for a naked bike though, because I'm not much of a highway kind of guy, and I'm not the high speed kind of guy either. So I think a Z650 or MT-07, something like that, would be plenty for me to have fun with on the type of riding that I plan on doing. But if you are more into the sport bikes, this is a good one. Definitely had fun on the Ninja 500. Nice little entry level sport bike out of Kawasaki, man. This thing is cool. Absolutely love how that R3 looks with the blue and orange. And we are just about back at Thrill Point Motorsports. in Medina, Ohio. If you are anywhere close to Medina, highly recommend just coming to check this place out if you're looking for a motorcycle or anything motorcycle related. This is a big store. It's easily the biggest motorcycle store I've been to. And they got some cool stuff in there, man. Yeah, man, Ninja 500. Go check that thing out if you're interested. That's a cool bike. Yeah, I like the way that looks. That's a good looking bike for sure.